Hey everyone, Token Dave over here, a dorky token black guy who's just trying to get by. And welcome back to Martial Arts Mayhem, where I predominantly talk about martial arts related content within entertainment for the month of May. You know, this month was supposed to be my return to martial arts training. I had it all mapped out. I was going to start with Jiu-Jitsu, and then in October, go into boxing, and that way I would have my eye-hand coordination and conditioning up to snuff by January, and as well be able to do close range attacks. Then I watched High Kick Girl again after a few years, and god damn it, I got reminded of my love for karate more so. Tsuchiya is an arrogant and impulsive karateka practitioner, frustrated that her teacher will not promote her to black belt status due to her poor kata technique. Since she can't earn it through kata, Tsuchiya believes she could earn her black belt through combat by challenging other black belt practitioners. After getting scolded by her teacher, Master Matsumura, she decides to accept an invitation from the Destroyers, an elusive yet elite fighting squad that has mysterious motives. When I was training in martial arts, I realized my love for karate. It is a strong art that is speedy, simple, direct. You can actually be an awesome brawler in the streets if you are training karate. That is, if you find a place that would train you in full contact and allow you to get punched in the head. But most places in America don't offer that due to lawsuit liabilities. Anywho, so trying to find a good karate school is difficult. And this is why a lot of people in the United States, they take boxing and a martial art as well too. Anywho, so this movie has some awesome fight scenes and gives an excellent display of karate. Remember in Karate Kid 3 where one of my complaints was the fact that Daniel, his training was in a kata for a tournament? Well, I also explained that a kata is important so you could utilize your techniques in a controlled setting. That's only part of it. An important part of your kata displays your discipline and displays the power of your technique, so you can really do that in free sparring or any other type of combat situation. That was highly emphasized in this movie, where Tsuchiya, played by Reina Takeda, you could easily see her frustration as she's practicing the kata over and over again, yet Master Matsumura is saying wrong or weak, try again, stronger this time. And that is true. When you're practicing your kata, you really want to have your technique crisp, clean, and strong. Reina also displays awesome prowess in Shorin-ryu, a karate style that is closer to Kung Fu. Hey, Shorin-ryu actually is Japanese for Shaolin Kung Fu. So while it is still has that karate feel, it is one of the more fluid karate styles. In this movie, you actually see the fight choreography. While polished, it still comes off fairly raw and fairly grounded. You actually see a lot of the techniques that most of the people use, most of the time, are pretty grounded and slow, quick movements. Hey, Master Matsumura, played by Asuya Naka, whom is a Shotokan practitioner and is part of the Japanese Karate Federation. I remember seeing a tournament of his when I just started my martial arts training, which started to veer me towards karate, especially Shotokan karate at that time, thanks to his fight and also the Street Fighter video games. He displays the importance of having short yet controlled technique to properly be utilized in a fight. And when he steps in the scene and when he does his fight scenes throughout the third act of the movie, god damn, all the techniques he displays in that third act. These fight scenes are just amazing and jaw-dropping. And it's so funny because you see a lot of the quick movements and you see combinations, and while you do see some high kicks being displayed, unlike other martial art movies that just start things off with high kicks, a lot of the high kicks, they're in combinations. As much as I like this movie and like the karate being displayed, there are a few things wrong with this movie. For example, the plot is kind of ridiculous. What, a spoiled schoolgirl is frustrated that she's a brown belt, which, by the way, was kind of weird for me because I thought in Japan you got trained at a white belt, and then after you passed your Kyu stage, they gave you the black belt, and then your black belt was actually your mid stage, and then you had to keep going higher and higher in various Dan ranks. But I'm a gaijin. What do I know? I will say that I have known other practitioners when they were teenagers that had that mentality, you know, and they had to grow up. So that is an accurate display, but the motivating or the moving thing about this movie is that plot kind of sucks. Also, while the fight scenes are actually fairly cool, there were a couple of moments where you're like, why are these people pausing for so long? And not for anything, one of the problems that I had with anime was, especially Dragon Ball Z, was you had so much freaking talking between fight scenes, and you kind of got that here. They dragged on some of the dialogue here. Get the fight scene, get it over and done with. You can have the dramatic scenes woven in, but don't be so ham-fisted with it. All in all, though, we have awesome fight scenes, we have some cool music, actually, and we have a who's who of Japanese martial artists in this movie that I can't go into detail with because I don't know all their bodies of work at that very well. However, I will say, if you want an entertaining ride, you definitely want to check out High Kick Girl, because High Kick Girl is slamming. It is mindless popcorn entertainment that delivers. Agree? Disagree? Please drop me a comment below, give me a like, follow me on Facebook at Token Dave, or on Twitter at Token Dave 80, subscribe, and ring that bell so you know when a new video loads. But until then, this has been Token Dave, a dorky token black guy who's just trying to get by. I'll catch all of you later.